Look at the words that are coming out my mouth. If you hit the lotto and you go to your respective church and they say we can't take it, come to 1761. Matter of fact, inbox the church page. I will give you my work address. You can come over there. We're going to pray over it. We're going to purify. We're going to sanctify it. We're going to make it worthy to be used for the upbuilding of the kingdom in Christ Jesus. So, people that say, well, you know, that's dirty money. The whole thing is, really, life is a gamble. Just because you lay down don't mean you're going to get up. And just because you get up don't mean you're going to lay down. So you gambling every day. All right? So, back to the integrity piece. So, people that, you know, I mean, and back to what my brother said, now, the problem comes in there and the sin enters when you get addicted. That you take your $300, with your $202.32 down there and try to double it. You got issues. You got to do like them senior citizens do, to go down there to the front till take you $20 or $30. And when you play that out, they're going to play that on the penny machine. They're going to keep on pushing 1. They're going to push 5. Why y'all looking at that? But y'all trying to figure out how I know. They ain't gonna push 1, they ain't gonna push 5, they gonna push 1. All right, so we can get over that. All right, so when we talk about integrity, let's look at some, and we're gonna talk about a little bit about submitting to authority. So in Mark chapter 12 verse 13, we have some things that are going on, and hopefully we can unpack this and help us see some things about what God says. All right, you got what did I say? Mark 12, verse 13. Who gonna read tonight?
Then they sent to him some of the Pharisees and the Herodians. Catch him in his word. Then they had come. When they had come, they said to him, Teacher, we know that you are true and care about no one, for you do not regard the person of men, but teach the way of God in truth. Is it lawful to pay tax to Caesar or not? Shall we pay or shall we not pay? But he, knowing their hypocrisy, said to him, Why do you test me? Bring me a dear number, that I may see it. So they brought it. And he said to them, Whom image and inscription is this? They said to him, Caesar.
Verse 17.
And Jesus answered and said to them, Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's. And they marveled.
All right. So let's unpack this. So verse 13, the leaders had some questions. The Pharisees and the supporters tried to really get Jesus into a trap for something that they were looking for, something to arrest Jesus about at this time. And they simply asked him a question. Okay, we know you honest, and we know who you are, and we know you don't play favorites, and you're impartial and all this kind of stuff, and you teach the ways of God. The first question they asked, is it right to pay taxes to the government? That's the first question they asked. When you talk about integrity and submit to authority, all right. So the question is not, is it right to pay taxes? I already know what y'all finna say. No, it ain't right.
Don't pay them.
Go ahead.
But in the word, don't it say you're supposed to submit to the law?
It does.
Okay. Well,
it does.
Right, then you pay your tax.
It does. Well, why we try to cheat on our tax?
Well, hey, everybody
But you say a double standard. In one sense, you saying Jesus said it's right to pay the tax, but why we don't want to never pay them? We just don't want to pay them. Let's just be exactly. We hate to see it go. Yep. Let's just be honest. On the left side of your check, all them deductions that come out. If you can have what that top say,
Yeah.
You, if you can have what that top say, you wouldn't pay the government. You wouldn't pay them.
I probably wouldn't be mad if mad about paying you. They take theirs off the top. Now when I get some money back, I have to wait on it. I probably wouldn't be mad if they would.
What you mean? When you get some money back, they gotta wait on it. What you mean?
Wait on it. You know, sometimes you have to wait. That's what I'm saying. You have to wait on your money. But then they take theirs right off the top. I don't.
Oh, you talking about when to get a refund?
Yeah, but I probably wouldn't be mad. But I wait. But they take theirs right off the top. I mean, I don't even see it.
Why do you think they take theirs off the top?
Because I probably wouldn't pay.
So, do I dare say, those of us that are American citizens, do we have an integrity problem? Or do we have a problem submitting to authority?
Submitting to authority.
We got both. We got both. Did you just said you said you got an integrity problem and you didn't submit. Now, the government don't even trust us. They don't trust us. They do not trust us. You're going to take sometimes 40% of my salary. And you want me to feed my children, do for my church, do for those that are in need, when you taking almost half of my check. Is that fair? No, that ain't fair. That ain't fair. That ain't fair. So Jesus said, they thought they had Jesus in trap. So Jesus, they asked Jesus, okay, we know who you are. You're a good teacher. You're an impartial man. You don't play favorites. You teach the ways of God. Now tell us, is it right to pay taxes to the Roman government? Verse 15, basically they said, should we or should we not? Now, watch how Jesus addresses this. Because, how can I say this? No, if you make $3,000, if your gross, you're supposed to make $3,000 a week, and you ain't bringing home but $1,500, $2,000, or whatever you're doing, you ain't gonna send back what you owe. You gonna keep on saying, "Oh, I'll pay that next month." I want $1,500, but I'm gonna send them $500 because I gotta do so and so with this and this. You ain't gonna do it. All right. So the government don't even trust. The government don't even trust. All right. So I like how Jesus addressed this because he saw what they were trying to do. He saw that they was trying to trick him, and so he basically said, "Okay, show me the money." They showed the money. He said, "Who owned it?" They said, "Caesar." All right. So who owned our money? No. No, that ain't all that's on your money. What else is on your money? You don't know what's on your money. Y'all don't pay attention to it. You don't know what's on your money. What does it say?
President.
No, I ain't talking about that. Yeah, it's some presidents on there, but where does our currency? Oh, that's what. Say what is what?
The Federal Reserve note.
Okay.
The United States of America.
Uh-huh. So that's what's on our money. All right. Besides the presidents, that's just identification of what the bills are. All right. So if the Federal Reserve is on our money, then God is saying to us tonight, just like He said to the Pharisees, turn your money over. Look what's on it. You just said the Federal Reserve, or what? The United States. That's what's on. That's our modern day Caesar. There is no way that you can live in these United States and not, well, you can. You can, but in federal prison, you will lift up your eyes. You going to the Fed. You ain't going to the state. You going to the Fed. And for those of you that don't know about federal time, it ain't no, you get good behavior. You finna do 90-some% of that time. So if you got 10 years, you gonna do 9.5. Yeah, 9 3/4. You gonna do it. Alright, so watch what Jesus did. Jesus turned the money, he said, show me the coin, and I'll tell you. When he asked them, when they gave it to him, he said, who picture on it? They said Caesar. He said, well then, give it to Caesar. But why we don't get it? The whole thing is, we just talked about integrity, we just talked about submitting to authority. You see how schizophrenic our thoughts are. You see how, because I mean, we're supposed to submit to authority, we're supposed to have integrity about what we do. The whole thing is, the biggest lie that people tell on their taxes is not how many children you claim and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to tell you the biggest lie that we tell is how much money we give to the church. Y'all didn't see that coming. I ain't even put my signal light on. I came in y'all lane and knocked y'all off the road. Y'all be like, oh! Wait a minute. That's the biggest lie folks tell. Biggest lie folks tell. I know folks make up false statements, make up church letterheads. You know, we see it. I done saw it. Folks make up. I mean, listen. We got a good accounting system. Some folks don't even ask for their statements, but they claim it. What if Caesar comes back to you and audits you, and you cannot produce what you say you gave? That's an integrity problem. It's an integrity problem. But we say we love God, or we doing what we supposed to do. No, you lying. According to this what we just read, because Jesus said, render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and render unto God what belongs to God. So not only are you robbing Caesar, you're robbing God too. So we have a twofold problem. We have an integrity problem, and we have a problem submitting to authority. Because even though we are not in the world, we are even though we are not of the world, we're in the world. All right? And so as long as we on these United States, I don't care how saved we are, one thing that they hate about the church and they try to down the church about is most churches are non-profit. All right, so the church don't pay no taxes. People have a problem with that. Business owners have a problem with that. They have a problem with the church not paying taxes, but they don't have a problem with these car industries not paying no taxes. Oh, okay then, yeah. So you want the church to pay taxes, but you don't want a $1 billion industry to pay that. We give them land free, but you're going to tax the hell out the church. Oh, that don't add up. So we got an integrity problem simply because, as somebody said about integrity, trusting. Trusting is a part of integrity. And so if we ain't doing right by God, you ain't going to do right by nobody. Can I tell you what me and Carol claim on our taxes as far as charitable donations? I never claim anything. Never. And I give thousands. We give thousands of dollars a year. I ain't talking about it over 2 years. I'm talking about we give thousands a year. I never claim anything. You know why? Because it ain't important. Because when I look at my statement at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I always tell Carol at the end of the year, man, we'll be sad if I had what I gave the church in the savings. But just like you and I got them $5 in there to keep it over. I'm just saying. Because Caesar be tearing me up. Your Caesar is all these bills. So he says you got to render unto Caesar what belongs to Caesar and render unto God what belongs to God. Now we got to be honest with ourselves, because some Caesars we have in our life we don't need. Like, it's shocking to me. Like, I've been looking at some stuff, and I've been looking at, I'm moving my portfolio around, and I'm not talking about pictures. I'm talking about finance. Portfolio is finance. I'm moving my portfolio around. I'm trying some things. I'm doing something different. I'm looking at, you know, I got on this website where I'm looking at African American spending and the trend of what African Americans doing, and whole thing is we making the Asian people rich. And nobody has gotten smart enough that look like us to invest in hair, because that's what y'all buying. Y'all buying hair. $300 hair. Ain't got $20, but you got $300 worth of hair. Like, to me, that don't make no sense. So my thing is, I'm like, well, I don't want to go in the hair industry. I don't even want to sell hair. But to stop. All right. So when we talk about integrity and we talk about some mental authority, we say, okay, we abide by the, but in actuality, we all have integrity problems. We all have some mental authority problems. Because if we didn't, then when we get to the bottom line, your tax preparer tell you, well, this year you owe. You get upset. How owe? Because you cheat season. You want to claim 9 dependents to get all your money. I'm talking about you got 9. Some of y'all got small. Y'all do about 3 or 4 months out of the year. Then you go back. You know we black. We from the hood. That's what we do. I mean, I know the game. All right. So, and then you wonder why, watch this, that you can't get over on season. Because you done already got it. Either you going to get your money in your check, you ain't going to have it 2 ways. Either you going to get it in your check, you going to wait, and hopefully you get a refund if you do what you need to do. But you can't have it 2 ways. All right? If you got it 2 ways, you got an integrity problem. Agreed? You ain't got to say nothing. I mean, I'm not teaching this for life. I'm still talking about we got to evaluate our priorities. And here's the thing. Let me say this. We waste a whole lot of money. We do a whole lot of stuff that we don't have to do. A whole lot of stuff we don't have to do. I mean, I ain't hating on nobody, but it gets my gall. It gets my gall. I mean, it gets me upset. I get hot. I mean, I'm on social media. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. But it pisses me off. I'm just going to say it. When I see folk that I know on the system, on the front row at the concert. Oh yeah, it gets me. Oh yeah, Rob, it do something too. It burns me up. It gets me. When I see folk got $300 or $400 hair in their head, but you ain't got no money. That gets me. And it further shows me that we have an integrity problem. Because we lie to ourselves and we say, well, we trying to look like, well, whatever, man, listen. I was telling one of my colleagues today, I say, he asked me a question. He said, man, how long you gonna stay at the church? I said, well, I got a plan about 2044. But that I might cut that down about 10 years. He's like, what? I said, I said, man, I ain't finna pastor till I die. I can do this. I said, too many pastors preach until they die. I don't want to die as pastor of OS. That ain't the will of God for my life. I said, but what I do is I maximize opportunities. Because we were talking about 401k. We were talking about what our job offering, how job matches. I was, basically trying to tell him that if somebody willing to give you, if they say they're going to match up to 6% of what you put in your 401k, then that's what you need to put in your 401k. That's free money. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why don't you do that? Why you just getting $20 put in? When you know that ain't 6% of your salary, at least put in the 6% so they can match. He was like, well, I ain't never thought about that. I can't really live out of that. I said, yes, you can. I'm looking at the shoes you got on. I'm looking at the shirt you got on. You got on polo shirt. You wear a polo shirt every day. So the money you spend for the polo, you can put that back, and it can maximize and can help you get to your financial goals. Our thing is, sometimes we listen to Caesar too much. Okay, this is what we do. I know y'all women, I'm finna take a turn. Y'all ain't gonna be ready. Y'all MO is, I shop on the sales rack. That's y'all MO. I shop on the sales rack. But if you still spending over what you need to spend on the sales rack, you still hadn't done yourself no justice. Shop on the no rack like me. I'm just saying. If you know, watch this, because here's the thing. I told you this some time ago. Like when I go get a car, when I go get a loan, even though the folk ask for my income, I tell them quick, sitting at the table. Now 10% of that, you can bag that out. But it's saying you owe this. I said, well, that 10% goes somewhere else. And then another 5% goes somewhere else. So I really don't have what you think I have. Y'all don't do that. You got an integrity problem. We just gotta be, we just gotta be honest. We got an integrity problem. So what I want to talk about, the reason that I'm doing this series, because we gotta evaluate what we're doing. We gotta change the generation. We gotta lead them a hand up and not a bill. It's too many folk dying, and they dying in debt. And as much as you want to say that the debt die, do you know how many folk? This is under God's truth. Today, what's the date? August 30th? There is a pastor that had pastored the church for over 50 years. Over 50 years. Raised his children in church. He's gone on to be with the Lord in Anderson. Today, his family was put out of their house. After 50 years. After 50-some years, they were removed from their house. Why? Because you can shout and talk about you got faith and not pay Caesar. And Caesar come get his stuff. And see, that's the thing about the saints. We try to put everything, we try to make everything spiritual. What God gonna provide. No, you need to pay Caesar. Do what you need to do. Prioritize what you need to prioritize. But that's not what we're going to do. All right. Now, so Jesus said, I see how y'all living. I'm just trying to, I promise I ain't going to talk about money, all this. But I wanted to start with this tonight because we need to really look at our integrity, how we are not submitting to authority. So here's what you got to do. I want to ask you a question. What taxes... What kind of taxes do you hate paying the most? I'm gonna tell you what I hate paying the most. I think we need a health care plan that whatever plan you pick, if you got insurance, we need a health care plan that if you got health care, that they just need to pay for. If whatever coming out your check, whatever you paying for health care, I don't think you need to have to pay co-pay, meter deductible, all this stuff, and then they don't pay. Man, that's legal racketeering. I'm like, you got insurance, but then if you file it on the insurance, sometimes it's better to say you ain't got no insurance. Right. Some friends of ours, one of our friends, we just had an MRI, and it was better for him not to file. It was cheaper for him not to file it on his insurance than to file it. So why do you have insurance? I hate that tax. I hate that tax. I'm like, it doesn't make no sense. But we got to do it. Another tax I hate, car insurance. All right? So they want their bill. You know, some of y'all ballers, y'all pay y'all every 6 months. I pay mine every month. Me too. Sometimes I don't want to pay it. yeah, sometimes I don't pay it. I don't want to pay it. I let it go on a little further in case it don't look. So I hate that because here's the thing. They want your money, John on the spot. But when you need them, one reason that I got rid of, I had an extended warranty on my truck. And something happened to my truck, and I got so hot, the adjuster, he had to come down from Birmingham, had to wait on him. Then he got to look at it and what was wrong with it. The warranty folk didn't want to fix it. They didn't want to replace it new. They wanted to find some used parts. And it took like 2 weeks. And I'm like, why I got this? I mean, you say go to an authorized dealer. I went to an authorized dealer. Now you got to get the adjuster to come down. He got to send a picture to corporate. Corporate got to send this. I got to send this paperwork off. I got to do that. Then they got to ask, why didn't you do? Oh, man. So it's a lot of stuff that we hate paying. What else we hate paying? Huh? So we hate all bills. Everything needs to be free.
Water free? Why I got to pay for free water?
It's a cost.
Yeah.
It's a cost. You want clean water. We got to pay for the filtration. What else do we hate paying?
School fees. Taxes on groceries.
School fee. Yeah, you gonna pay them school fees. Technology fee, you gonna pay. That's just part of it. They don't pay teachers enough. What else? Oh my God. Sales tax. Do y'all understand how sales tax work? All right. The reason our sales tax, you know the school getting something off the sales tax. Everybody getting their little piece. Another thing, I think tags need to be free. I'm just naming stuff. I think tags ought to be. You buy a car, you pay on the car note. I think your tag ought to be included when you buy the car. Like when you buy the car, your tag, you pay the taxes on just. That's just me. But that ain't how Caesar work. Yeah, same tag, same. As long as you keep the same tag, but you gotta pay it every year. All right, anything else? So why do we hate paying these things? What say you mean? We got an integrity part. Yeah, we do. It's too high. Everything too high. Yeah, we want to do what we want to do with our money. That's true. Anybody else?
And you know, like with the water bill, you pay the garbage on the water bill and everything. So now they talking about going up on it, but they cut back on the services. And then like this year, like when the students move out, I have students in my neighborhood, when they enter their apartments and put their trash bag now, it was bag next to their garbage cart. The garbage and the trash truck came through and neither one of them picked it up.
You should have called 411 on that.
He did. And they sent somebody back out.
Yeah. Now, I mean, those of us that stay in Northport, you know, we can't let our bill double. No. We let our bill double in Northport, we paying $250. Am I lying? If we let our water bill double in Northport, we gonna pay $200. We paying almost $100 every cycle. Yeah, huh? Yeah, it is. Well, you stay by yourself. That's why yours ain't. You ain't got no children running through the turn on water. I told JR last night, he washing dishes. He in there just running. I'm cleaning out the pot. You ain't got to hide the water on like that. Just put the water in that scrub. Teacher, I'm talking about it's the end of the month. I got to get ready to pay season. I'm like, man, why you just run the water? I want to just clean out. Sir, do you have this water liquid? Turn that off. You don't have to scrub a pot with water on it. I don't even. I used when I brush my teeth. I used to leave the water on. I don't even. I turn the water on to wet the toothpaste and turn it off. I used to leave it running, but I stay in Northport. All right. So it's a lot of stuff that we don't like paying. I mean, and the reason why the reason why is because let's just be honest. We don't like to let it go. Who likes spending money? Anybody? Well, that ain't no good question. Let me see how I can rephrase that. What's a better way to say that?
Who likes to spend money?
Who? Say what? That?
Who likes to spend money that they did not choose?
Oh, who likes to spend money they did not choose? We need to put it on a t-shirt. We need the hashtag. That's good. That's good. And I know, but the world, we have to have responsibility. We have to take care of seeds. That's the bottom line. That's why I try to tell children, being grown, overrated. Like they don't want this. I mean, they think they want it, but they don't know what it entails. All right. Huh? Yeah, all it goes with it. So, let's get. I want to change shifts, and we want to talk about the authority real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go. If you go get Romans 13. So that's the integrity priest. Let's talk about the cemental authority priest. Get Romans 13, and let's see what our brother Paul has to say. Jesus done already said, okay, we got to pay taxes. So we got to, then when we get ready to do our taxes, and then, you know, we just got to pay what we got to pay. It's a shame that, you know, those of us that they consider middle class pay the most taxes. And the rich don't pay nothing. And then notice about rich people. People that, like, Nick say walk in the restaurant, he's gonna get everything free.
He should be the one to pay.
Why? Nick, when you walk in, you ought to set it out and be like, everything on me. You got the UA card. Swipe. I mean, but that's how they stay rich. They get everything free because of their status. All right, so you got Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let every soul be subject to the governing authority, but there is no authority except from God, and the authority is appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God. And those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers are not a terror to good work, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what's good, and you will be praised from the same. For he is God's minister to you for good. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is God's minister and avenger to execute his wrath on him who practices evil. Therefore you must be subject, not only because of wrath, but also for conscience sake. For because of this, you also pay taxes. For they are God's ministers, continually to this very thing. Render therefore all they are due. Taxes to whom taxes are due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor.
All right, what verse is it?
That's verse 7.
All right, you want to stop right there. So, Paul said a lot in there. So, couple first verses, couple of first two verses. So, who does Paul say we should submit to? Why should we submit to governing authority? Why does Paul say we should submit to governing authorities? Why does he say that? According to the scripture. Because it was established by God. Now that's hard for us to believe. But y'all say it in your money. What your money say? That's what the money say. So the money got sense. Yeah. So that's what Simon Hunter. I heard Simon Hunter say that, and it just stuck with me. I mean, he was like, everybody don't have no sense, but the money has sense. I'm like, what? And he said the money got them garbage. I said, that's pretty good. So we got he says, what you say, you I don't have a scripture in front of me, I'm sorry. Have been established by God. So the government has authority. Don't miss this, but Paul says, but the final authority is with who? Okay. So basically paying taxes, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, we really obligated to pay taxes. Alright? One of the things that, like, okay, we got the flood going on in Texas. And for those of you that don't know, and you know, a couple of days before the flood happened, the former president, Barack Hussein Obama, had put into some flood measures to fund federal flood. 2 days prior to that, the sitting president wrote an executive order to take away. Oh yeah, see, I ain't reporting that. So y'all got to get off CNN and MSNBC. Y'all got to get on some Roland Martin.
Yeah.
That's right.
You got to get on. You got to get on some Tom Joyner. And Steve ain't gonna say that. You got to listen to some Ricky Smiley. I'm talking about that's gonna give you. Roland Martin is the truth. That's why I get my information from him, because he have receipts. See, I like receipts. You know what receipts is? Receipts is I can prove what I'm saying. All right? He had a receipt. All right. So 2 days prior, and for those of you, let me say this: the whole thing that we must understand is these days with technology and how technology has evolved. The government knows what areas are going to flood. Do you know that we have a flood map? The reason that we have a flood map, and this is where my expertise comes in with me being chairman of the zoning board, is that when someone comes to my board in Northport to build a subdivision, they have to do due diligence, they have to do plans, they have to do landscaping. They have to make sure the ground is right. They have to make sure that it's not in the flood zone. All that stuff gets recorded and sent up. What's happening is, and the reason that we're having so many floods is because we are disturbing natural habitation. You can't keep on uprooting trees, digging up dirt, putting dirt back in, doing this and doing that, and not expecting when the rain comes, it gotta go somewhere. So I'm telling you that this really didn't catch the government by surprise. Alright? Every time, all of us know, New Orleans is below sea level. If you go to New Orleans, if you've ever been there 5 minutes, you will notice that graves are on top of the ground. The reason for that is because it's below sea level. What did that tell you? When God created this earth, He created it in such a way that it's going to be just like it was before we disturb stuff. That's why they predicted in the next 30, 40, 50 years, California might be in the ocean. All right, so all of this stuff. So we can't say, and here's the thing. So we can't say we don't have that type of technology, we don't have this, we don't have that, because we do. What has happened is Caesar has gotten so greedy. All right, you got 100 and who just proved? I think we just proved they wanted 175. They wanted to have 175 neighborhood, but we cut it down to like 140 because the slopes, and they got to bring it in, and they got to do this. And I was worried, we worried about, we already got some flood problems in some neighborhoods in Northport, so we were looking out for the residents. And that's our job, to look out for the residents. So the whole thing is, how long you think you're gonna keep on disturbing what God made naturally and then not? You see what I'm saying? All right. So, let's look at the principle that we can have for helping deal with authority. He's saying some stuff. Before we do that, I want to ask you a question. So, which one of these you think Jesus would encourage or condone us to do? Cheating on taxes, minimizing taxes with loopholes, refusing to pay taxes because of war, protesting the government policy, disobeying what we believe to be an unchristian law, or disrespecting government officials. Which one of these you think Jesus would encourage or condone us to do? Somebody said protest. Which one of them do you think, according to the scripture, which one of them do you think that Jesus would condone for us to do? Huh? Can't hear nobody.
Go over again.
Cheating on taxes, minimizing taxes with loopholes, refusing to pay taxes, protesting the government policy, disobeying what we believe as Christians, or disrespecting the government official. Remember what you just read. Remember what you just read. What did you just read in Romans 13? What did you just read? You just read. All right, so which one of those would he condone or encourage us to do? None of them. None of them. None. So we got an integrity problem, America. We have an integrity problem. We have a problem submitting to authority. And we don't want to believe the whole Bible. We just want to believe the part we like. When they're going to run out. And the whole thing is, watch this. And this is what people are missing. The flood happening in Houston. The other part that the news is not reporting, that the cattle in Houston started going north. 2 weeks. They broke out of pastures.
The cattle knew
because the cattle is in tune to God. Yeah. You want to know if we rent, if you grew up in the country, do you know about cows? If a cow up eat, you all right. But when he lay down, something to go on. If he going to that fish and sticking his head out, something to happen. Because God is in tune. Now, have you seen on the news where an animal has drowned? You ain't seen that happen. Because guess what? They got out of there. And we don't pay attention to God's nature. We don't pay. God is speaking to the animals because the animals don't have our sense. So God got to protect them. So you don't see no cattle flow through the streets of Houston. Do you? You ain't never thought about that? Because the cattle understands the authority of God. When he speaks, we move. The folks said, get out. Some folks said, I'm staying. Let them folks tell us to leave. We getting out. Well, listen, it ain't got to be close. We finna go somewhere. Most of them.
Some of them still there.
Well, some of them are not in harm's way because it's like South Texas and West Texas.
But I'm talking about the one that was staying there with a flood. They staying in the well, staying in the protecting that property. You still ain't got no problem.
Well, I mean, some people just like that.
I mean,
yeah,
but then you gotta look at I see this one with a 2-year-old baby on the baby was crying. But hey, look, they told you to get out. Your baby cried. You should have been gone.
But everybody didn't have. But see, here's the thing that we missing. Everybody don't have transportation.
They still ain't got the means. Would they stay there?
Well, some of the jobs will let them go.
Man, come on. You want to get out of the place, you'll get out. I know I can't. I don't give I ain't got it. You fit on a bicycle and run.
You fit call your Uber. Get out.
Don't say you can't.
We got to go.
I think that what happened in this situation is when you say hurricane, they thought the storms are going to be high, they were going to have winds and all that.
Yeah, they weren't expecting
They
it
missed
to be
the
that
part
big.
where they said it was going to flood, that it was going to rain a lot and it was going to flood. Nobody paid that any attention.
What common sense?
That was
It's gonna rain. It's gonna flood. And the thing of it is, it ain't stop flood. When it stop raining, that's when it's gonna really flood.
But everybody ain't got common sense.
Right.
It ain't common no more, sir.
That's just all there to it.
Well, that's just like 2011 with the tornado. They didn't pay no attention. There was too many signs for me, honey. Because when God was seeing them tornadoes coming through and they was bypassing us, I said something is devastating gonna happen. Right. And believe me, it did. Y'all remember 2011, people still weren't paying no attention.
Yeah, that's true.
Let James fan, I don't know. Lord, you know I love you. But James fan, get on there, I'm up all night.
He's serious.
Me too.
Man be going in now. Man, when he take that coat off, throw them sleeves up, then he get on Twitter, be telling folks off. Man, y'all better leave my boy alone. Let this man do what he do. He ain't God, but he close to God.
He knows.
He must be praying. They got an email or something. So, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. So, when we talk about, that's why we're talking about tonight. That's why we're talking about integrity and submitting to authority. Now, the other part about submitting to authority is this. The side that we downplay is all of us got bosses in here. And some of us give our bosses hell. You got a problem. You got a problem. You got a problem. That ain't what you're supposed to do. Even if they low down. Oh, y'all, what they blowing when? I'm going to cut the tape off now because the Saints want to say something. And I don't think y'all going to be able to take it. And we don't want no voices, and we don't want nobody getting fired. Ain't nobody Black Panther but me in here. So we'll holler at y'all next week. Same station, same time. God bless you. All right, now let's talk.